Hello traders, this is a technical analysis video for ticker TAT, that is TransAtlantic Petroleum Limited, trades on the American Stock Exchange. Close of trading on Tuesday showed a gain of just over 2% on over 400,000 shares. Take a moment and look at the chart. There's a couple things I like about it. First of all, we've got a channel here that's been pretty consistent for the last 6 months. These kind of trades you can kind of play off of these trend lines and use them as both entry and exit points. You make it even think of it as a, if you're into shorting stocks, whenever they get up to the top of these, you can start looking for some sort of downside play. Other than that, close of trading on Tuesday, we see a small white hammer candle. Sometimes these are an indicator of a reversal. Of course, you need some kind of confirmation. Let's take a moment and look at the indicators. MACD and PPO, they've both swung down into negative territory. They're starting to curl back up, and if we take a second and look at the histogram, you can see where the bars are starting to shorten. So this may be a sign that it's going to turn around soon. If we scroll down a little bit further, slow stochastics, CCI as well as Williams, they've all dipped down into oversold territory. Now they're all starting to hook back up in agreement. That's a sign I like to look for in a possible early reversal. As far as unbalanced volume and accumulation distribution, they've been flat across the last, 6 to 8 months possibly. But if we look at the last couple of days, we can see where they're all starting to turn up. What we want to see is this to continue forward, go ahead and cross their 20-day moving averages and start looking for other signs of reversal. Now moving back up, let's take a moment and look at the chart again. One other indicator we need to focus on is RSI. If we notice that the last couple times the stock has dipped, the RSI has also dipped, but it never quite goes into oversold territory. So maybe we can look at it like this. It seems to be touching this area. It's approximately 35. Usually below 30 we consider it oversold, but for this particular stock it seems to be playing off at 35. That could be thought of as a moderately bullish sign that it doesn't dip all the way down into oversold. But what we want to focus on here is that it's a possible line to consider whenever we're looking for entry and exit points. The same thing goes for the top half of this. It seems to want to touch about, looks like about 65 or so before it reverses. So it's kind of like a more narrow version of your typical RSI. So focusing back now on the candlesticks, one other thing to consider is that this is trading below the 50-day moving average. So if it does decide to reverse and we see confirmation, look for the 50 and the 200-day moving averages as being possible points where it gets hung up. It's just one other thing to consider. With that being said, of course this is only my opinion, and trade smart.